Hey sexy, welcome back to the channel. World's slowly opening up and things kinda, sort of getting back to where we left it off before this whole shitstorm hit. A lot of us, I know, are beyond ready to get back out there and meet someone. After being locked away in our Rapunzel towers for so long, we are chopping off our own braids and climbing down to hunt for men. In this video, we take a refresher course in flirting, because let's face it, you might be a little bit rusty at this point. We're gonna look at how to approach someone you're interested in, how to interact with them, what signs to look for to know if they're interested in you, and a lot more. This video is packed full of tips, so let's get to it! Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna focus on flirting face-to-face, because let's face it, flirting online isn't really complicated. It's like a sup, hi, dick pic. Like, that's it. Suddenly you're getting a close-up of his dick, you know that he's interested in you, and you just take it from there. Not much flirting going on. Of course, if you do hook up online and afterwards you're done, you find that there is an attraction that could go beyond the physical, you can still use this video's tips once you're face-to-face and he's done sitting on your face. But for our purposes, let's say you're actually heading out to a bar. Remember those? I've actually created a little mini bar right here. Look at this. So sad. I don't have a lot of alcohol, basically because I drink it all, so there's not a lot in my house. Anyway, let's say you're going to a bar, and let's say you're with your friends IRL. This is always a better option than, say, going it alone, because it really takes the pressure off of you. Because if you see something, then that's amazing, but if there's nothing in the bar that's clicking, then it's okay, because you've got all your buds with you, right? Also, if you're hanging out with your friends and having fun, potential suitors are going to see A, that you're a normal enough person to even have friends at all, and B, they'll see what you're like when you interact with other people, like laughing and dancing, and they're gonna wanna be a part of that fun because everybody likes somebody who's laughing and dancing, and they're gonna kinda have FOMO, So when you're going out to flirt, mindset is really important here. You need to believe that you are a catch, because when you believe it, other people believe it. Can you believe it? So whether you do daily mantras while you're looking in the mirror and repeating things like, you are worthy and people love you, or you're just plain delusional, as long as you think you're great, others will too. And flirting is all about confidence. Either that or not really giving a shit. Any combination of either of those two traits and you'll be fine. Okay, let's play a little game. Let's say you're sitting at a bar and you see a hottie down at the other end. You should A, try to catch his eye, B, take off your shirt to show him you work out, or C, pretend to be on an all-important call with your broker. If you said B, then bravo for being confident enough in your body that you would do something like that. However, the correct answer here is actually A. Glance over at him occasionally, try to catch his eye. If after a while he's not noticing at all, he's either not interested, so get over it, or maybe nearsighted. But if he does start looking your way, then we might have a chance. Gays are pretty good at catching someone's eye. I don't need to tell you guys how to do the whole eye thing bit, because we've had to sail under the radar so often in our lives that we've perfected the glance. We're pretty much experts at using our eyes only to convey messages to each other, like secret spies in a James Bond flick or something. Like, we can hold entire conversations with just a look. Just remember to smile. Nothing lowers someone else's defenses quicker than a heartwarming smile. Okay, let's say you've made eye contact with your target and you've been exchanging looks. Now what? Well, this is the hard part for most people. You're gonna have to make a move and get off your ass and go over and see him. This step is hard, I know, I get it. And it's the reason why so many people prefer the apps. But this way is so much more exciting. Okay, now here is your first hot tip. Sometimes you can be flirty with someone and they aren't really picking up the signals. I know that for myself, I'm not always 100% sure or aware if someone is flirting with me. So it's only when my friends sometimes tell me later, hey, that guy was really into you, that I look back and I kind of piece it together and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess he was kind of being flirty. That being said, flirting with someone who is with their friends is actually a good idea. He might not be cluing into what your intentions are, but you can sure as hell bet his friends will. So all of your efforts are not gonna go unnoticed. And now, Before I go on, support for my channel comes from the generosity of my patrons. Patrons of my channel get perks, like advanced access to episodes, behind-the-scenes content, personalized videos, and more. You can find everything at patrickmarano.com. And let me know down in the comments, are you a flirty person? And if so, what kind of technique do you use? Okay, back to the flirting. Alright, so you've been exchanging glances from across the bar. Now is the time for you to make your move. It's time to get up and head on over there. As you're walking closer, make sure to smile. Again, smiling is important. You can get away with a lot of things if you're smiling. Actually, if you're not smiling and you're coming straight for somebody who doesn't really know you, it might look a little serial killerish, so please smile. And then when you get to him, extend your hand and introduce yourself. It's really important to get his name and to give him yours. Try not to forget his name because I always forget names. So if you need to make up a little rhyme in your head, just take a moment and make up a little limerick, a little rhyme. At least repeat his name a few times in your head so you don't forget it. Once you've gone over and introduced yourself, then you should A, take him down to the bathroom stall for a quickie, B, offer to get him a drink, or C, show him your Grindr profile. Actually, in this case, I'll accept both A or B because I don't really know what your end game here is specifically with the flirting, but let's assume that you're looking for more than a quickie, which in that case, you can offer to get him a drink and you sit next to him. While you're at it, get yourself a fucking drink too because the hardest part is over. Like, you did it. You made your way over there and you introduced yourself. That's amazing. All right, here's a few do's and don'ts while you have a potential conquest in front of you. Don't continue to scan the bar for hot guys. Don't check Grindr. Don't flirt with the bartender. Do look him in the eyes. Do turn your body towards him. Do ask him questions about himself. Okay, here is your next hot tip. I don't know if you know this or not, but studies show that a person's favorite word in the entire world is their name. So, you've already introduced yourself and exchanged names. You know his because you made a little limerick and you memorized it, right? Right? You didn't forget his name already? Use it! People love hearing their name and it's gonna create like a familiarity between the two of you that doesn't really exist yet. So, it's like fast forwarding a stronger bond. Now that you've got him talking, the key here is gonna be for you to listen. All people ever want is to feel heard. We make it so much harder by not really listening to each other. We cut each other off. We're not letting the other person finish what they're gonna say. And we jump in with whatever comment we feel we so desperately need to add to the conversation. God forbid there be any dead air. See? A pause allows room for thought and more thoughtful and meaningful conversations. Plus, it's actually easier to shut the fuck up and listen to what they're saying. Then all you have to do is respond to what they've said. And you have the added bonus of looking like you give a shit, which hopefully you do. But if you don't, you still look like you do. Humans communicate in a bunch of different ways, and body language is a huge one. In fact, someone could be saying something with their words, but their body language is saying completely the opposite thing. Like your partner who's telling you how happy he is to be in a monogamous relationship with you while responding to messages on Scruff. Actions really do speak louder than words, and that's why it's important that you A, make lots of eye contact, B, smile, C, sit close to him, D, laugh, E, reach out and touch him when appropriate by squeezing his arm or leg, F, all of the above. Yes, 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 and yes. Do all of those things and do lots of it. You might think you're smiling too much, and you know what? Maybe for you, you are. But the thing is, he doesn't know you well enough to understand all your nuances of your dark, sarcastic, dry sense of humor. You want to definitely be you and be that dark self, but give the guy a chance to understand how you work, and the best way to invite him into your world is with a smile. Eye contact is telling him that you're interested in him and not in every other hot guy that's walking in through the front door. Make him feel special by focusing your attention on him, but like not in a creepy way. Like, have you ever seen those movies where like someone is laughing with somebody else and then they reach out and they're like, ha, and they squeeze their arm like that? That is like very intimate, and it immediately sends the signal that that person is into you. It's like some kind of energy exchange or something. Okay, so you've lured him in, you've chatted him up, now what? Well, frankly, this next part is up to you. But I know my people, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that half of you are just gonna head to the bathroom with him, and the other half are gonna go back to one of either of your places. Am I wrong? Let me know down in the comments. Do you sleep with someone when you first meet them, or do you like to date them first? And here's your final hot tip. Say what you're thinking. Too often we hold back what we really want to say because we're afraid of being judged or rejected for it. But with big risks come big rewards. So you might as well go for it. Hey guys, I hope this video gave you some ideas for the next time that you spot that guy and want to flirt with him. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah!